What's up, guys? Tommie Bennett here, and today we are at summer camp, and these guys are sessioning a box and a rail, and I'm busting out my iPad. And what we're going to be doing is you guys are going to see live coaching session of me geeking out, making these guys as awesome as possible. So on that note, let's dive right into it. This is our boy Evan. Evan is trying to take board sides from the box and going on the rail. Now, when you do that, you have two options. You can 50-50 and then go into a board side, definitely an option. But our boy here wants to go from the side and jump straight into a board slide. So, you can see in this clip, you started turning and then you didn't really commit to getting the board sideways.
Right.
Look where your belly button is. Your
Not over the rail.
It's not over the rail in terms of left and right, but then all of a sudden, instead of being more vertical, your belly button is really over your heel.
Right.
What happens to our tilt of our board if our weight is over our heels too much?
Slid back.
Yep, so if my weight's too far, I pressure the high back, all of a sudden I'm on an edge. And if I'm on an edge, I can't balance, it's really flipping hard. So as soon as you got on, you were already slipping out.
Right.
You were already falling off.
Right.
And so the two combinations is you didn't get your belly button over the rail left and right, but then it was too far heel heavy. And so then as soon as you got on, you were never on.
Right. Right down.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, exactly.
You need to go more onto the feature and lean on it, but I am not saying lean on it. I'm saying transfer that weight over the foot.
Right.
So go ahead and do that right now just to demonstrate that you know.
Okay. Drop. Go.
And then it's just shifting, but keeping that weight even. Yeah. That
Yep.
versus this.
Yep. I think it might have been a little bit of fear
Yeah,
coming on first time.
that's a good point this guy has. In a fear-based state, you naturally are going to like lean away from danger, which makes us fall even more than we should.
Right.
Cool. All right, so next time, you know what to do. Let's shift our weight over the rail, and let's keep our weight balanced flat on our foot, which means we have even pressure between the toes and of our heels of our feet. We don't want our toes to rise as we do this trick.
Sounds good to me.
Let's go.
Hey, the boys. Okay, shift the weight nice and flat.
If you guys are interested in having one of the most amazing / progressive sessions all year, consider joining my summer camp. And our goal is to make you as awesome as possible. So what we do is we have really awesome ratios of coaches to campers. We provide movement analysis every single night. So we're actually going to film you and break down your riding. And we're going to be hosting awesome clinics where we teach you stuff outside of the park, like carving, buttering, 180s, and more. And then we take those into the park to make you as awesome as possible. And the goal is to give you as many tools for your snowboard career as possible in 5 days. So if you want to become more awesome in snowboarding, you want to work with me, let's hang out and check out the link in the description below. First come, first serve. So make sure you get your spot today. All right, so one big thing that my boy Vincent here is working on is doing a board slide. But the big two challenges that he's having is one, slipping out to his heels, and two, is coming back the dominant direction that he entered in. So that's two big things that we're trying to focus on today's session. So when you are sessioning a feature, sometimes you do something wrong, you mistime the run-in, you catch an edge, you fall, you get back on the horse. So what we're doing here with our boy Vince, instead of working on a gnarly feature over here and getting hurt, falling, and ruining our day, possibly our week, we're going to go back over to the box. Now we're just going to build ourselves up by getting on the box and not dying. Get back on that horse, but it could be a smaller horse. One thing that's really important, and the setup can be really confusing for people, is when you're setting up for this, board side, make sure you're on a slight heel side edge and not on a toe side edge. You can see here that you're actually on a toe side edge.
Yes.
So then you're turning that way, but you're actually trying to go that way, which is the exact opposite. So then it made it really challenging.
Sorry.
Notice how your board is going the opposite way.
Yes.
So let's start in the middle and let's do a heel side turn instead of a toe side turn. It's fixing that small setup turn. We're gonna make the world of differences. Yes, let's go. So on this last one, he did a really awesome job about getting into that board slide and being more flat. Earlier in the clips, he was leaning on his high back, so he was creating a tilt, and he was leaning back and he kept slipping out. Anytime you're on an edge on a box or a rail, you're gonna slip out unless you're like an ultra freaking beast. So with that said, is keeping the weight distributed between your toe and your heel evenly is gonna make things a lot easier.
Yes.
Agree?
Yeah, totally.
All right. So with this very clip, we're gonna see here that you did a better job about being patient and actually getting some air and turning the board sideways in the air.
Yes.
So that was super awesome. Now you're gonna notice that your shoulders and your hips are super lined up, right?
Yeah.
Now the challenge with that is it forces you to go a little bit of switch out, but you're not fully going switch, but you're not fully staying in your dominant direction.
Yes.
So one thing that we need to do is on this lead shoulder, staying pointed at the box. What we're gonna do, and you could do this at home as well, and we're gonna point our board down the fall line as if we're doing a board slide. And now what I want you to do is I'm actually gonna hold your hand. Now I want you to jump up into a board slide. Yeah. Now we're gonna feel that the spine is more down the line and makes it easier to jump back. Okay, so let's do that one more time. Instead of holding his arm, I'm actually gonna hold his shoulder. So let's keep our shoulder here. There we go. We wanna exaggerate the shoulder. The big challenge that people face is that, go ahead in the board side position, is that their shoulders can still get here, but the arm goes down, but we need the shoulders to actually be rotated. This makes it easier for us to get back out into that board side position. You know how easy that is?
Yes.
That's what we want on the box.
Awesome.
Now the same thing applies to a front side board slide, or if I'm trying to do a 270 out, a lot of where I'm coming out on that feature is dictated by my shoulders. So for a simple board slide on this one, let's stay balanced. Let's keep that shoulder pointed at the end of the rail. Board side, come back.
Okay.
All
Got
right,
it.
let's do it.
Thank you.
All right, call your drop. I'm gonna film it. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
It's just about staying on your feet and building our confidence back up and being able to stay on that hillside, get on the box, turn a little bit, come back, and that's exactly what you did.
Yes.
So for us, we're just trying to build the confidence and the awareness, and then let's start making it more challenging once we know that we can stay on our feet.
Yes.
If we're falling every time, it sucks, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, if we're falling, we're doing something not right, but we can still be able to learn from our falls, minimize the falls, and let's keep working on flat, which is our working on a slight setup turn, get a little jump, land in the box, get a little sideways, and let's just dial in that sequence a
Yeah.
couple more times before we start expanding it.
Yeah. Trying to anticipating hits in the future much better.
Boom!
Yeah.
Let's go, boss.
Best part is we hope this all goes wrong.
All right, so what's really cool about summer camp is that I'm able to literally get super nerdy, hang out with the campers, and break down their riding. Each day we do clinics, rails, jumps, airbags, and all sorts of fun stuff. So if you're looking to hang out and get coached by me and improve your snowboarding, check out the link in the description below because we have limited spots. So sign up down below. And on that note, subscribe. We get nerdy here. Follow me on Instagram. See ya.